What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, as well as the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So listen, when you are en route to discovering your purpose in the world, oftentimes it is a new set of lessons, a new whole experience that you'll experience in your mind that oftentimes people are not strong enough to handle. So it's easier to fill the void with something that distracts you from being able to process what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are not understanding that right now in the world we're going through a soul alignment, meaning you will align with people who are on the same soul frequency as you, right? But before you even realized and understood or knew, or even still don't understand what's going on, because you sold who you were on a soul level to the devil, which means you're addicted to probably money, you know what I'm saying? You're addicted to, you know what I'm saying, possessions, you know what I'm saying? The ability to manipulate and lie, like fornication, all those things, you know what I'm saying, gives you more lust, gives you more of a rush than what your soul is sent here to do. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody who's born into this world, their soul is assigned a certain mission, right? So when you start to understand that people that are on the same soul level as you can spiritually monitor you. And what I mean by that is, it's almost as if they can see what you see. You know what I'm saying? Because your soul is aligned, they can see what you see where you at, see what you doing, you know what I'm saying, to try to either send their agents there to throw you off course. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person that understands and realizes anytime I try to go somewhere and have some me time, it's almost as if out of nowhere people start coming around. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand and realize that when you're connected on the soul level, you have the ones that sold their soul to the darkness. They're all connected, and their whole mission is to go after the ones of light. You know what I'm saying? You can call them narcissistic, you can call them whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? So they automatically have a connection, you feel me, to the people of dark, but they also have a soul connection to the people of light. So you got to think, once it's the ability to, you feel me, collide the two, how much better life would be. You know what I'm saying? But until we get there, don't underestimate the fact that some of us may understand and realize the reason why a person may be able to spiritually monitor you, or why people may be able to, you know what I'm saying, know where you are when you're in a certain location. It's because, again, like I said, if your soul is on assignment or your soul is linked up with them, you know what I'm saying, they can see what you're doing and how you're moving. To them, they may think, you feel me, what's going on? Why am I thinking about this person? You know what I'm saying? Why is this person constantly on my mind? So because they don't like or understand what's going on, the first thing to do is to fill the space so it can distract them from what's actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that there's a reason why your soul is in alignment with maybe someone else, because on the soul level, we're all one. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really understand it's a part of breaking out of the illusion. I am fully aware that a lot of people that I have a connection with, you know what I'm saying, spiritually monitor me. But because they're linked up with the dark side, first it may come in the form of, I'm trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to send my agents after I spiritually monitor you to try to stop you, locate you, try to stop you from what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But once they start to realize that none of them is working. It's almost as if their soul automatically merges with you to be able to allow you to be free and for them to leave you alone. Like, it's complicated, but you know what I'm saying? If you are open to trying to make it make sense, that means you have to stop running away to the distractions, because the distractions will keep you away from actually understanding what's going on in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And it'll drive you crazy if you keep running away from it because you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing we want to do when we don't understand something, is run away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be one of those people. So now I'm just in a space where I'm going to try to understand everything that I'm processing, everything that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that with some people, you know what I'm saying, that I talk to, or, you know what I'm saying, we vibe with on the same level somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You probably start spiritually monitoring me at first because you want to try to figure out what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And try to send your dark agents to come after me. You know what I'm saying? But then once people start to realize, oh, that ain't working, they too strong for that. Now it's like we don't have no choice but to tell our people to stand down. You know what I'm saying? And at some point it click on why you may be experiencing certain thoughts about somebody that you don't really talk to like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't even establish a bond with like that. That's because people be connected on the soul level and don't even realize it, because a lot of people have lost their way a long time ago. And so the only rational thing that they want to try to do is line it up with something that makes sense, because they can't process it if it don't have a logical explanation. Without understanding that when it comes to being spiritual, there is no logical explanation. It comes with being able to feel, mixed with logic. Sometimes you will feel things, go through things, and experience things that doesn't have a logical explanation, but your soul is tailored to it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't like experiencing that because it's confusing. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, I understand. But again, truly for me, being able to be myself doesn't mean I trust anybody, but I'm gonna be myself regardless. You know what I'm saying? People switch sides every day. They really only rock with you depending on what type of mood they feeling in the morning. Oftentimes there's nobody that get along with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But now that our souls are starting to align in this world, you have to be able to understand a lot of what your brain could be going through without running away from it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's meant to keep you in stagnation. Like, say you start to experience something that you can't quite put together words of what's going on mentally. Now you start running to things to try to block out whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you stagnant on a soul level, because when you are aligned with your soul and who you are, it creates a peace where you are able to wake up and see life for what it really is, instead of what, you know what I'm saying, the confines of control wanted you to believe what it is. And because that is a lot of times difficult for people, they just rather run from it. You know what I'm saying? And run straight to things that kill you internally. You know what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of the things you go through, your body can heal itself. Now, understanding and realizing there are certain emergencies and things that require additional care. You know what I'm saying? But the healing process is all up to you and how you take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? And you can heal in miraculous time. You know? But I think a lot of people underestimate the ability to believe in themselves, because everything they've ever believed in has always been what someone taught them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of truly believing in who you are. That takes a lot of strength. You know what I'm saying? But knowing and realize that when you wake up from this slumber of being asleep, by having your spirituality controlled by people that don't want you to wake up, because when you wake up, you start exposing shit. You feel me? You start seeing shit for what it really is, instead of for how people want you to see it. You know what I'm saying? You can spiritually connect with people, meaning you can see their life and they can see yours. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes it's similar. But there are people who get prideful and think, oh, they struggled right here, or they went through this right here, so I'm gonna try to, you feel me, get over on them, do this, without realizing that people who are mentally strong sometimes only allow you to see what they want you to see, because therefore it causes you to be in a state of underestimating them. And when you think that you can get over or pull this or pull that, you feel me, because you've mastered how to be strong in the area that probably got a hold of you, they come out with a trick that you didn't expect, and then that throws you off. So now you have to start to realize, okay, shit, what am I doing now? You feel me? Who am I spiritually if I thought that I could be able to do that, but it backfired and didn't work? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm fully aware that having any connection to me, it can be dangerous for you if you're weak. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know how to handle the darkest parts of yourself if, you know what I'm saying, you are weak to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are weak to their darkness. They're not as strong as you think they are. And so when you find yourself being spiritually attached to some people, sometimes they may be also could be stuck in an area where they need your assistance. You know what I'm saying? But they're too prideful to admit it, because they thought that at one point in time they were stronger than you, you know? But you didn't go down even after all the tricks they pulled. And so now, whatever, you feel me, good things they seen when they peered into your life may not allow them to see the darkness, because then, you know what I'm saying, they will have to be able to be prepared for their own darkness. But that's a battle you got to fight on your own. The darkness that you're going through is what you tend to act like didn't exist in your own life. And then, hey, sometimes people end up doing things they ain't never done before. You know what I'm saying? Hey, 2 years ago, I seen people smoke that I ain't never seen smoke before. And I'm thinking to myself, I ain't never seen you smoke. Hey, I'm telling you, when that shit start sending daggers to your head, people be willing to rush to anything. You feel me? The mental battle is only half of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what you go through is tucked in your heart. It's just easier to run from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fully aware of having spiritual connections with a lot of people. That's the whole part of having a free mind. It's not something you ask for. You just pass certain lessons in life, and you wake up one day and you're able to, you know what I'm saying, be open to receive things that you otherwise were closed off to. But first you got to go through your own life, re-examine it, take accountability, and set yourself free. And that's the part a lot of people don't be understanding. They be thinking they gonna set themselves free by judging other people's life. That's not how it works. It don't work like that. So now you're gonna be forced to look at your own life. And listen, sometimes that shit don't be sweet, you know? So listen, I'm gonna keep it real short. But if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.